All right. All right. Let me make sure my stuff is on. Bro, I can barely hear myself. Okay, now I can hear myself. That's much better. That's much better. What's good, people? What's up, Northwest? Um, that's funny. Been waiting for the clap for so long. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna put them on in a couple minutes. It's just gonna be a chill, low key stream. It was a few questions. By the way, as we're going or while we're talking or whatever, I'm gonna look at the chat. So if you guys got any like suggestions or questions you want to ask, please feel free. I'm sure he'll be down to answer. All right, let me bring up my Discord. I know he was having a hard time figuring out Discord, which it is confusing. Discord is confusing as I don't know what. All right, I'm about to message him. All right. But yeah, man, anything you guys want to talk about? What Mario? Okay, Mario, tell me how to say your name because every time I see it, I know I'm saying it wrong. I know I'm saying it wrong. By the way, if you guys want to, okay, no pressure, but I'm going to be completely honest. YouTube freaking copyright claimed my Keldon Johnson video. Like, I literally knew this was going to happen. And they did it. So if you guys want to contribute to the Patreon at all, description below, $2 a month. If you want to, please, if you want to. All I'm saying is they did me wrong. Shout out to the one patron thus far, Corrupt, when I announced it yesterday. So shout out to you. But yeah, can we join talking with messaging your Discord? Yeah, you can leave messages in there. Yeah, that's fine. I don't see a problem with that. Let's see. What's good? What's up, Diplomat? What's up, Kevin? Okay. All right, good. So I am saying it right though, Mario. Good. Let's see. But yeah, you can join by talking in the Discord if you want to. If you want to message on there, or just put it in the chat. Like I can see the whole chat in front of me, so it's all good. Like everything's all good. Whatever you want to do, it's totally up to you. Yeah, completely up to you. All right, he's in there. All right, let me join this one, right? And I'm gonna move him on up. All right, and let me see. Make sure you can. All right, can you hear me, DC? Maybe, maybe not. Hold on, let me turn this down. This music's too loud, isn't it? Actually, should I just turn it off? Maybe I should just turn it off. Maybe I should just turn it off. That thing is loud, dog. Hold on. Is that better? That was loud. All right, let me see. Let me bring this over here. Hopefully DC can hear me. Can you hear me, DC? Yay, nay, maybe so, maybe not. Sorry, brother, take your time. I know it's rough. All right, let's see. Yeah, he did. Impeccable really had a good time talking with you on the last stream. I'm wondering if you'd want any more of us to join. Oh, yeah, easy. Today I'm talking with DC, but yeah, easy, dude. Easy. Impeccable did have a good. He had some really good takes. Believe it or not, you know Maddie over at OOC. Actually, Maddie, what was it? Was it Instagram? I think it was Instagram Live. He joined one of my Instagram Lives before. You know, this is before we did any type of collab at all, and he joined it. And I was like, yo, oh wait, he's over here now. Let me see. Can you hear me? Oh, wait a minute. I think I know the problem. Hold on. I think it's me. Hold on. Hold on. If I come over here, let me see if you can hear me. Can you hear me, DC? Okay, you can't hear me over here either. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
you.
hear you.
Hey, he can hear me. All right. Wait, could you not hear me in the other one?
Nah, I couldn't hear you before. I was just sitting here.
Okay.
I was just messaging you
Okay.
on Instagram.
Yeah. Hopefully, this one's actually public, so hopefully no one just like jumps in. But let me see.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's no problem.
Yeah. But yeah, man, what's up? I love. By the way, I want to say this. Okay, I'm gonna say this.
I'm
Your
listening.
your YouTube channel. I remember a time in which there was no Spurs content creators whatsoever. No one on the platform. And I remember looking up like any type of Spurs content, and you were the first and only person that I saw on YouTube for a long time. But
Man, those were rough videos.
you consider those rough?
I mean, it was like a hobby, and it still is. But it was like I was doing it from my phone, and I was just trying to learn on the fly, and
Yeah.
my subjects, just trying to find the right subjects and everything, and
Okay.
YouTube is tough, man. It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah. I love it though.
Come at you.
It was funny as soon as I announced that, oh yeah, we're gonna, talk. I'm gonna talk with DC Tree. Like I got plenty of messages with hoops and heroes. Today we're talking hoops. Like, I got so many of those. But yeah.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. What was?
I know you've been doing your thing with the songs and everything like that.
Bro, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. I was gonna ask you. We got plenty of topics to talk about, but how much time do you have like to talk? Just so I'm looking at the clock.
Oh man, it's up to you, man. I'm here to hang out.
Okay. Okay. Well,
so as long as you want to go, it's good. It's all good, man.
Okay. 3 a.m. sounds good.
3 a.m. 3 a.m. Well, not that long.
That made your voice crack.
I'm down. 3 a.m.
Yeah, man. All right.
Nodding.
All right. So I'll go ahead and I'll just go ahead because I actually like ask people like questions, and these are a few of the response. Like these are like the top responses for the most part. And I just thought it would be really interesting to at least discuss. By the way, can you see you can't see my screen, can you? Hold on. I can do something.
I was just about to pull up.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm doing this off my phone.
Oh no.
I'm about to pull my laptop up right now.
No. I can do it like this. Here, I'll show you. I don't think it'll mess up the screen. Here we go. I'll just do it like that. There we go. Can you see that?
I see something. What does it say? Join screen?
Yeah. Just so you can see my screen. I know it's gonna be ugly.
I see something, but I don't. Oh yeah, I see your logo.
Yeah. It's gonna be a little ugly, but okay. But yeah, so this was like a few questions that people asked, and I thought they were pretty good. And as you can see, a few of these are hoops and heroes, like I told you. But yeah, so I thought that this was really interesting because I didn't even think about this, but I don't want to just put a label on you, so you can go ahead and say it yourself. Do you consider yourself a DJ stan?
A DJ stan?
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Okay.
I'm definitely pro DJ, but I think before, I really wasn't, because I felt like he kind of talked a little bit too much to me.
Okay.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
The social media and then some of the rumors about him having kind of like that Kevin Durant kind of like behavior online where he has the burner accounts and all that stuff like that. I don't know if you heard about that.
Wait. DJ had burners?
Well, he had I think an IG model accused him of leaking her news or something like that.
Yes. Yep. I talked about that. I remember that.
It was stuff like that kind of just, you never know, it's her word against his. But you just never, those type of rumors that kind of turned me off towards him. But then I was like, I think I made a video. I lied to you. I made a video, and it was a video when DJ signed his contract. Mm-hmm. So before that he had got dumped by this other IG model. So I thought it'd be a fun video to make.
Yeah.
But I got blasted. I remember getting blasted for making that video, for even, I guess, commenting on this guy's love life. Like, a lot of fans hated that. You know what I'm saying?
You got blasted just for mentioning it?
I made a whole video, basically, I don't know. I probably don't show my age, but it was this rapper, Mike Jones, back in the day. He was like,
Mike Jones.
Now I'm hot.
Yeah.
You're all on me. So it was kind of like that type of video, and I was really giving DJ props.
Yeah.
The people felt like it was disgusting. I mean, they said, I had one person say it was disgusting that I was, talking about these young people love life.
You must have old heads in your community.
Well, I think it hit me this was more like on Facebook. Like if I shared it in certain groups,
okay,
they were getting me. So then when that happened, I was like, well, let me just look at this guy's basketball sense. So I started looking at the numbers compared to maybe like a Derek White.
Mm-hmm.
And the numbers were very similar. The perception was not. It was not. It was like Derek White could walk on water, and DJ was just trash. And I was like, Derek White's better, but I don't think he's that much better than DJ, right?
Yeah.
So that's where I kind of started focusing my content, and it was just like after a while of me trying defending him, I'm watching more and more of his highlights, more and more paying attention to him more and more in the games.
Yeah.
You start to see him get better and you get excited. I'm like, oh, snap. Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
And then that's when probably the DJ stand stuff started happening. It was more so because I didn't like, and this is just me talking, I didn't like the disparity in how they treated D White and then DJ. I'm talking about numbers. I'm talking about exactly the same. Mm. Very similar numbers. Like, 1 year, I think. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say you're completely right. Like, even right here, I mean, this is just last season because for some reason they don't allow you to put more than one season, but you can kind of see the numbers being really similar between these, like very similar. And the only thing that's different is because, right. Derek White didn't play as much and his role changed. But if you see him starting in comparison to DJ starting, it's pretty similar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see, and a lot of people say that. I understand he was hurt, and I'm rooting for all these guys hurt.
Yeah.
But even the year before, and I looked at these numbers so much. I think, and I could be a little off, I think Derek, the bubble year, they talk about that bubble year a lot. But for the regular season, he averaged around like 11.3 or something like that. And DJ was right there at 10.9.
Okay.
So he killed it in the bubble. Don't get me wrong. The bubble was essentially, a 7-game stretch, 8 or 9-game stretch, something like that. Mm-hmm. So, again, at the time, if you said Derek White was better than DJ, you're right. You're 100% correct. But Derek White isn't the future, and DJ isn't trash. So because of that kind of turned me into a DJ fan. The transformation was unbelievable. It was overnight.
Yeah, it was definitely overnight because I was actually, it's funny that you say that. I was actually considered a DJ hater, like, because I would talk. Because it's kind of similar to what you were saying, like all of those rumors, all of those things about DJ, all of the stuff about the drama with his dad, him talking about his girlfriend and all that stuff. I felt like it was distracting. And then on top of it, you top that with the unfollowing of the Spurs at one point when they went in a different direction as soon as he got out of the starting lineup.
I forgot about it.
Yeah, it was like so much. And that's where I was like, look, I like DJ, but I always felt like people were putting him on a pedestal on what he can be. And I'm like, I just want to wait and see it. And it was a lot of talk, even if we keep it like basketball wise. It was a lot of talk from DJ saying that I'm going to be, well, he's not saying I'm going to be great, but just basically kind of every time he talks. Yeah, very vocal on how better he can get or how better, stuff can get. And it's just like, bro, I just want to see it. And if I'm just being completely honest, DJ this past season, I think was on the level of what we seen from Derek White when he was starting. But to be honest, I felt like Derek White when he started, it was better than anything we've seen from DJ up to that point. Do you agree with that or disagree?
I think, well, if you're talking about you said a lot there. If we're talking about this season,
yeah,
I don't honestly think we saw this season DJ from Derek White. Derek White is a scorer, but his numbers, his assist numbers, his rebound numbers, they're pretty average. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you look at, I think people understate rebounding, especially defensive rebounding. We were top 10 in the league. I think we were number 9. DJ led us, this over Keldon now, big body, led us in rebounding for a lot of the season. I think Keldon got him at the end, and then your boy Pirtle, he kind of came on towards the end a little bit too. So I think they edged him. I still think DJ was number 2, if I'm not mistaken.
On the team?
But, yeah, in rebounding.
Okay.
So it's like, when you take in the rebounding and the assists, Derek White hasn't done that. The triple doubles. I know people hate triple doubles because of Russell Westbrook these days, but to me that means something. He's a stat stuffer. Derek White is a better shooter, and it's weird. I still consider him a better passer, but then I don't see the results of him being a better passer. Does that make sense?
You consider Derek White being a better passer?
I do. I do.
Yeah, me too.
He sets the people better. When I look at numbers, and don't get me wrong, numbers aren't everything, but numbers kind of work with us and our biases.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like 2K. Like you get points for the pass to assist, and I think that's how Derek White is. The feel of the team, the half court feel of the team was much better. Like you could tell that was much more efficient when he was on the court, even if it don't show up in his stats.
He was definitely better to have the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
And when he was healthy, he would get the ball, and I think that was the better move.
Right.
I think the knock against DJ is the turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
And I promise you, he had 2 games where he just was like he's completely out of control. But then I find myself getting upset, and then I go back to the numbers. I'm like, okay, he had 1 game we had 5-6 turnovers. But if you look at the numbers, he's still averaging less turnovers this season than he did last season. So it's like he did improve on that technically. And then with Derek White being hurt so much, we can't really say he handled the ball. I wish I had that stat.
What's up?
How many possessions did he have or something like that? I probably need to look that up. But, so again, it transformed me into like a DJ fan. So when people say that, they're 100% right. They're 100% right.
Okay.
But it's not coming from a malicious point like, oh, I got to get Derek White. I got to, I hate him. I hope they trade him. There's nothing like that. It's just like,
Okay. Well, here, just segue. So let's say you have to get rid of one of these guys. Who do you think that you would benefit more from getting rid of? Like, who would you rather keep?
Okay, so again, I'm not trying to straddle the fence and not, answer the question, but it's a catch-22 either way because I think DJ has a more upside for us to keep, but then at the same time, I kind of feel like he's the most tradable asset when you think about he has a lower contract, right?
Yeah. He's
younger. His stock, whether you don't like DJ or not, and I'm not talking about you in particular, but just fans.
Yeah.
His stock is higher right now. We don't know what's going on with Derek White. Like, I don't know. He's about probably 1 or 2 more injuries away from people giving him that tag of being injury prone, which I hope he doesn't get.
Yeah.
So it's like on one end, he can he's the most tradable asset, but no one's untradeable. We missed the playoffs 2 years in a row. That we can't, can't just let people off.
That's definitely true. I see. With me, I feel like obviously you want to keep both of them. And I don't want to be what have you done for me lately or anything like that. It's just that when I look at Derek White and DeJounte Murray, it's like with Derek White, thus far, I know exactly what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get a very efficient, pretty efficient scorer, consistently good when he's on the court. Going to make something happen. And then DJ is just this past season where I said, "Oh wow, DJ's getting so much better." But like you said, his upside is higher than Derek White's. At the end of the day, obviously, I don't know if you knew this, but like I'm a Derek White stan. Like I've been a Derek White fan before he was even playing. Like when he was getting 2 minutes a game, I was like, dude, why is he not playing? But yeah, so
he has a great story. He has a great story. Then he grow like 5 inches later on in his life.
Yeah, no one wanted him when he was younger.
Went to a smaller school. So I respect all of that about him. I really do.
Yeah, but
he's a hell of a player.
I know the reason why I brought up like who would you rather get rid of or whatever is because there's actually, I know you've seen this, but there's lots of reports about how they're gettable or they could be traded, and
I hate that. I hate that word gettable.
It's kind of ugly.
They just say available for trade. Gettable. What is that?
It's like, what does that even mean? But what do you think about that? Like, are you for it, or are you saying, yeah, this is BS? Like, what's your thoughts on it?
I mean, after that Bruce Bowen situation a couple weeks ago, where they had him say something about, I think Ben Simmons, and then Bruce came out like 2 days later and was like, I didn't say it. Yeah. After that, I'm kind of wary to take these things seriously.
Yeah.
But at the same time, in a perfect world, I would like to keep them both, but the team is underachieving. So if the right deal comes along, you can't just write it completely off, if we're being honest.
It was very, like, just me looking into it, it seemed just straight up just speculation. Like, it seemed like something I could have said and just said, hey, Lonnie Walker, like, it's like they're taking an objective truth and just stretching it into something subjective. So I could just say, oh, Lonnie Walker isn't producing as well as he probably possibly can. His growth isn't as good as it should be at this point. He's tradable. It's like, yeah, I'm sure every player is tradable, but the Spurs don't do that. Like, they rarely do it. Like, they rarely trade anybody. It's hard for me to just, it's hard for me to say, just jump on that. My question would be like, who, like, I'm sure plenty of teams will want these two, but like, what would we get out of it? Because right now, I think we're getting a bargain for Murray and Derek White. Both of their contracts, I think, is a bargain for us. So it's like, who?
It's a super bargain.
Yeah.
And then we don't really see these guys. We haven't had a chance to see them play together that often. Like in their, I don't want to sound like a Dragon Ball Z show or something, but like their final forms or whatever.
I
like
love
these
Dragon
boys,
Ball Z.
when they were on the court with each other last year, we looked really good. And then, injuries and COVID and everything kind of hit. And the schedule, I don't want to make excuses, but felt a little unfair.
Yeah.
I guess I'm saying we just got to see what we have before we're willing to give it up. Now, if the right deal comes along, then yeah. But like I tell people all the time, and I don't know everything, but I'm like, just like we can see the Spurs are in a tough spot, the GMs, they see that too. They're not going to do us any favors.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, they understand too. Oh man, they're struggling. They're desperate. We're gonna, we'll give them the lowest offer possible. Well, they know that stuff too. So,
well, here's a question: would you trade either one of those guys for Ben Simmons?
The Ben Simmons. I don't know if you've seen my Ben Simmons stuff. Ben Simmons. For me, it's his contract.
Okay.
And it's his contract that gets me. So, just answer your question. Let me do that first. If you're going to get Ben Simmons, I feel like you got to get rid of Murray. You get what I'm saying?
What?
Because
he's going to be point guard? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I think they're kind of the same player, to be honest with you. Not as far as court vision, but as far as stats and stuff. Mm-hmm. Unless you're going to put him at the 2, or are you going to bench him?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And like, And then you got to think about the Sixers. They're trying to get better. They're not trying to rebuild. They're trying to get someone in return to take it to the next level, to get over the hump.
Yeah.
So there's two sides to every trade.
Well, would you?
Go
ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No.
Well, I know you like Ben Simmons. Like I've been watching his stuff. I know you like Ben Simmons. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, but I kind of see the point of view of people saying, "Hey, let's take a risk on it," right?
Yeah.
The only issue that kills me is that contract. It's like that $30 million contract.
See,
that is bananas.
See, my thing with the contract is, I mean, I'm assuming that we would end up trading away DeRozan. Like we would do a sign and trade for DeRozan. Like that's what my assumption is. And then I would ask myself, would this amount of money for Ben Simmons be as worth it as it was to have DeRozan? And I would say maybe. But the problem, okay, so I know that this is going to be kind of boring because you expect us to debate on this, but I'm going to be completely honest with you. Initially, I was super high on Ben Simmons, like super high. Like I was like, yes, get him. What are you like? What's the question here? Like the dude is a great talent. But honestly, after seeing the more and more I see, like I ended up reacting to some type of like mini doc or mini discussion or whatever analysis of Ben Simmons. And he says that he needs people to hold him accountable and stuff like that. And I said, that's okay. That's good. And I was still on the bench. I was like, no, it's pretty good. That's fine. We got people like that. And then the more I think about it, like you just said, you're going to have to get rid of DeJounte. And he will be one of those guys to hold him accountable. And then not only that, now it's even more stuff coming out like this, which I don't think is that big a deal. But with everything that's going on around Ben Simmons, kind of is a big deal. So like I don't know if you've seen this, but a lot of like media heads a lot of media heads been talking about Ben Simmons
new girlfriend,
and not being in the Olympics. Like he said, I'm not going to be in the Olympics, I'm working on my game. And then like not too long after that quote, like they they saw him at a tennis match. I don't think it's that. I don't know, man. I don't know. It just looks bad. It looks really bad. I don't know.
And see, that's the thing. That was it was just too many questions. It was too many questions. And like coming off the Kawhi situation, it's like, do we really want someone that has questionable work ethic? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily drink all the Kawhi was bad Kool-Aid. I don't completely drink that, but I do think we don't need any head cases or anybody that's going to be distracted or anything like that. And man, he just, I mean, I hate to call him this, but I think maybe I shouldn't say that. That wouldn't be nice. Like a mental midget. Like he's just not, he's not, like, it's like, how do you put 5 shots in a game 7? Like, it's unbelievable. And that's just what scares me, because I'm like, if you pay $30 million for somebody, you should, know what you're getting, like 100%. Yeah. Like even with Kawhi, as much people talking about his group and his knee is questionable. The Clippers know Kawhi's gonna get you 23 and
that's true.
Whatever. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Ben Simmons, he's giving us the same numbers that DeJounte is giving us, essentially. With a little bit more gusto with the rebounding and the steals. And I'm like, man, that is, it's just tough for me to,
Yeah, it's very, it's very, getting 5 points. Like, because there's one thing just to be, trash in a game, but he did look a lot. He looked scared. He did look pretty scared. I don't mean to
say he was.
What
was passing up layups or something, I think.
Yeah, he was passing up like every easy shot that somebody at his size can take. Now, here's a question. Okay, you mentioned him. You mentioned him 2 or maybe 3 times. What's your thoughts on Kawhi Leonard?
Oh goodness, you're gonna have everybody hating me. Everyone hating me.
Go ahead.
okay, I'm trying to keep this as short as I can, but I feel like Kawhi. I think Kawhi is a diva.
Okay.
I think he is. He does expect special treatment or whatnot. I think he does have a bit of an ego, yada yada yada. But then we have to sit back and we just gotta think, like, what athlete doesn't? Like, we've been conditioned to have some of the nicest people on our team on the planet. David Robinson, as by all accounts, I never met the guy. I was close, but I didn't meet him. Nice guy. Tim Duncan, nice guy. And a lot of people forget about this. Tony Parker, nice guy. I don't know if you remember those old days of Popovich screaming at Tony Parker like he was an elementary school kid.
Yeah.
I'm talking about embarrassing him.
Yeah.
No NBA player in today's world is going to let you do that. Manu Ginobili he would go head to head with Kobe and hold his own. Head to head with T-Mac, hold his own.
Yeah.
What we do? We put him on the bench. You see what I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
No pushback, no friction, no nothing. That's not realistic. These guys been jocks their whole life. They've been catered to their whole life.
Yeah.
So we don't have any suck up skills, and that's what it felt like. It just felt like the Spurs was like, hey, we got a good history here. We're gonna treat you right, but we're not gonna do all this extra stuff.
Okay. So I'm trying to decipher through. So you're it sounds like you're low key kind of putting more of the blame on the Spurs for how the Kawhi thing went down.
I'm not. I don't know. Okay. I think for the 90% of our fan base, it's like 1,000% Kawhi's fault. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I honestly think, and if I was a betting man, I'd say it's probably like 70-30 Kawhi's fault. You get what I'm saying? I feel like there's some things we could have did differently, because even if you think about the quotes from Tony, from Manu, from Pop, I wish Pop would have just been like, instead of saying the group stuff, he said, hey, we don't have a lot of information right now. He's getting a second opinion. Whatever he decides, just the organization is behind him. I feel like that would have solved our problem. I may be naive, but I feel like that would have helped so much.
I don't think
to just be like, oh, this group. I was like, no, I remember when I heard it. I was like, oh, no.
It seemed, but I'll be honest, like, I remember when it was going down, and my memory might be hazy because I'm going to be a little biased because I'm more on the side of, like, screw Kawhi, it was all him. like, I'm on that side. But okay, like, what I remember from the situation is that the Spurs weren't saying a lot of jabs initially. Like, they were really, just saying, oh, he's trying to get healthy, or, oh, we're not sure when he's going to be back. But then they started to get more and more aggressive as time went on. Now, I don't know if you knew this, but I mentioned this like quite a few times. I talked with, you remember Coach Messina? He was like our assistant. Yeah, he was our assistant coach. I'll bring him up. I spoke with his son at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this guy. Look at him.
Okay.
Looking all nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Coach Messina.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I spoke with his son, and his son like messaged me on Instagram, and he gave me like a whole, like, all the information of what he got or what he heard from his dad. He was like, man, all this stuff is going on. It's ridiculous. He asked me not to say anything about it. By the way, or not to say who I got it from. By the way, when I relayed this information to everybody and just said, oh yeah, I can't tell you who it is, I got jumped on by every Spurs fan. So I know that that's really anecdotal, but the fact that I posted that and said, this is what happened, and everyone disagreed, everyone thought that wasn't happening, shows that at least the Spurs weren't being aggressive towards Kawhi in the media, in which like fans had the perspective that, oh, maybe everything's okay. So yeah.
Well, let me say this.
Yeah.
Before you go further.
Yeah.
If you got that type of inside track, what you say goes. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm 1,000% speculating. So if you heard from somebody that has any type of ties
Yeah.
I would go with information, bro.
But
Most
that's
definitely.
no, you don't understand. At the time, it was like, oh, you're lying. I was like, why would I lie about this when I've been nothing but a Kawhi stan the past like 6 years? But the thing was, what he was basically saying came out in media later on, and it was that Kawhi wasn't trying hard enough to come back. Now I know Messina or whatever would have a bias, coaches would have a bias, but I just don't know what other things the Spurs could have done to try to keep him. They gave him the keys to the truck. He didn't have to be the verbal leader. Everyone else was the verbal leader. Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Popovich. It's like, what else did he need? And then start like with Uncle Dennis, stuff started coming out that we should have got Paul George for him, and it's like, okay, like what else could the Spurs have done? And when I think about it, I'm like, okay, what did Kawhi want out of this? And at the end of the day, I think that it all ended with him just wanting to go to LA. I don't think it had anything to do with anything else. I don't know if it had to do with winning more championships, because obviously 2017 we went to the Western Finals. Then he went to Toronto Raptors, won a championship, and then he then he left there too. So it's like, yeah, you just wanted to go to LA. That's what you wanted. And this treat.
I mean,
go ahead.
That's definitely a possibility, you know, and it's I mean, well, it's more than plausible.
Yeah.
Maybe he just really wanted to go to LA, and I don't know, you know, it's speculation, and the things I've heard, you know, they're pretty, you know, it paints Kawhi in a very poor light. But it's like every time I see him and Pop, it's like all smiles and hugs, and I'm like, I can't. And Pop is a nice guy. Don't get me wrong. I'm like, half those rumors were true. He'll still speak to him, but I don't see them having that rapport. You get what I'm saying? If all those rumors are true, I feel like there'd be a stronger resentment. But that's just me speculating, to be honest.
Wait, you're saying, I'm sorry, I might have missed that. You're saying Popovich and Kawhi didn't have that rapport? Is that what you're saying?
No, it seems like they have a rapport. Like when they see each other, they're laughing and joking and hugging. They're like, I'm thinking about that first meeting. I think when he came back to San Antonio.
Okay.
It was like all love with him and Pop. I feel
Pop,
Pop is the type of man that's going to shake his hand, but I don't think he was going to like go overboard. But I could be wrong.
I think with that, I mean, this speculation also. What I feel like happened with that is just Popovich was frustrated with Kawhi. He was frustrated with the entire situation because it was unprofessional. I mean, it just was the way it went down. It was ridiculous. I don't think the Spurs did much wrong in that situation, and they were getting blamed for a lot. And Popovich said some things, and I think Popovich felt guilty about it because the media took it and it blew up even more. And that's stuff that we're not used to. And we're used to Pop talking stuff and even talking bad about the team. I mean, he told Danny Green to shut the F up, during a game. So, like, we're used to that, right? So when
right.
But he didn't like the fact that everybody was kind of jumping on Kawhi, and Spurs fans were very aggressive towards Kawhi. So I think that he was trying to just show the media, like, no, it's no bad blood, just to get some heat off of.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's like probably at that point, it's like water under the bridge.
Yeah. What's
like,
the point?
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's definitely could have been the situation.
Yeah.
It's just a piece of me. It's like, and I know people were saying like he had people in his ear, and that can definitely change people. But I'm like, this guy probably had one of the best work ethics and commitment to the Spurs that I've seen. Because when he came in, he was being compared to like Bruce Bowen. Oh, he's the next Bruce Bowen. He's the next Bruce Bowen. And then this Joker, he's a Finals MVP, like a legit MVP candidate. Now, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he worked his way up. It seemed like the Spurs culture matched his personality. So this came out of nowhere. But at least in my mind.
But I do want to say this though. I'm just looking at the images of Kawhi. I don't know why I'm doing this. I do want to say this though. I know you said that like Kawhi Leonard, what other superstar doesn't need like special treatment. I agree that players need special treatment, especially superstars. I do agree with that. I don't think that you mentioned David Robinson, Tony Parker, Tim Duncan. I don't think any of those guys were different when it comes to other scale of superstars. But I just have a feeling that Kawhi Leonard is an extra layer of like what he needs, and that's just my take on it, because I mean there's stuff coming out everywhere. Like it's coming out of the Clippers. Like
I agree with you. Yeah. I definitely agree with you.
Yeah.
But it's like one of those things where it's like, look at the alternative. You get what I'm saying?
Well,
this guy won a private car and he wanted to sit in the box and not sit with a team.
That's ridiculous, bro. How do you feel about management?
that? All that stuff is crazy. But you know what? I would take it for us to be in contention. I'm sorry, man.
I wouldn't take it. I'm not taking that. I hated that. I think
it doesn't change anything though. Like it doesn't change. It changed perception.
Okay.
You're gonna have some teammates now feel some type of way. But if I'm the owner, I'm like, yeah, I want these championships, baby.
Now let's not. But let's not mitigate culture, because I think doing things like that is in par, if I'm saying that right, with how the Clippers culture is. I think they have a bad culture, and him doing stuff like that doesn't necessarily help. Now, yes, he won a championship with the Raptors, but I think that the Raptors were already pretty set in stone. And even if people paid attention to the finals, Kyle Lowry had a huge part of that, and Van Fleet and a lot of other guys. Like that was a really good team. Kawhi was definitely important. Obviously, he was the star of the team, but the other players, the culture was already there. Similar to how the Spurs were when we won our championship, the culture was there, built by Tim Duncan, and then Kawhi, you fit him in, and it's great. But I think when he has to be the main guy, I don't think he's necessarily good for your culture if you don't have all the right guys around him. And when he's with the Clippers, bro, that's a lot of personalities that you got to manage.
Yeah. But there's a business side to this game. The Clippers, they didn't win it, but I'm pretty sure they had a like, I think, watching ESPN and, and us being fans, it's like championship or bust.
Yeah.
And that's factual to a certain extent. But then it's like sometimes, and I don't know how you feel about this, but sometimes I just miss us being in the mix, man.
I do.
I won a championship, but man, I just miss the deep playoff runs, and I know the owners missed the revenue. So it's just like, man, just having someone there to give us a puncher's chance. Look at the Suns. The Suns, anything can happen. Those jokers, they weren't supposed to be here. And a lot of fans have slammed me for saying that. But the Lakers would have took those boys out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But it's like, so you said so yourself, like the Raptors, they were set to be eliminated too. And then the Warriors, they just fell apart. Their health. Yeah. And you're just there, but we're not even near it. You get what I'm saying? And that just stings. It stings. And I've been a fan a long time. But man, it stings. So I see what you're saying. The culture thing is important, but I just don't want them to pass up on a player in the draft because he beats his chest when he dunks or something like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just
somebody sent me a video the other day, and it was like Chris Paul, and he was discussing like what's important on teams or whatever, and he was saying that culture is super important. This is like a clip from like 3 years ago, and one thing he said was what's important is hanging out with the guys outside of basketball and a lot of other things. And here's my thing. I feel like, and this is just a feeling, okay, not based on facts, but I just feel like if Kawhi Leonard, okay, if we cater to Kawhi Leonard the way that Kawhi Leonard needed to be catered to, I mean, there's a high possibility that Kawhi wouldn't even have been going out with the team or like spending time with the team. On the rodeo road trips, that's very important. And if we just said we're going to fully cater to Kawhi, we're going to do everything Kawhi wants just to keep him there and hold on to him, it's no longer Spurs culture. And what's kept us so, in the mix for so long is that even if we don't have the most talented team, we have the team closest to a family, that they're going to have each other's back no matter what. So I just feel like he would hurt the culture if he don't want to be there and we still trying to like, please stay, you know?
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, to be honest with you, he's a weird guy, you know?
Yeah.
And I hate to say that because, believe it or not, I'm a quiet guy myself. Not like Kawhi, but so I don't want to.
I'm an introvert too.
Poke fun at him for being an introvert. I think I made a video about that. I'm like, this dude is just introvert, yada yada yada, right?
Yeah.
That video didn't age well. Then all that stuff. But with that said, I mean he's a weird guy. He's a weird guy, and it's because of that I guess in a naive fashion, I kind of give him some points for just being weird. Because if you remember when the Clippers were playing, and I think it was, I can't remember the announcer's name, he's like, Kawhi's going crazy. And they shift the camera to Kawhi. And he was just sitting there. It's just like, something's wrong with this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy is weird. So maybe that's to your point. Maybe the Spurs did all they could do. They just couldn't reach him.
Yeah.
Because he seems like the type of guy that might have been pro Spurs on Tuesday and just woke up today and was like, you know what? I'm about to go.
And Greg brought up a good point right here. He said culture, only thing keeping people in San Antonio, not the Alamo. I agree with that. Let's see. All right. And they also wanted to know what were your thoughts on Pop running those lines, the suicides.
Oh man, I just, you know, and I get kind of Homerish with Pop too. I just love that guy, man. Just running, just Greg Popovich.
No shame.
Is a guy I would hang out with, and he probably had the best wine and the best stories. He's an all around good guy, and just seeing him run those lines was hilarious. It was hilarious. He was cool, but man, you forget what Pop is, what, 75? 75 seconds?
72. That's what somebody said.
72. So it's like, man, you know, that's a lot of years.
I don't want to keep you too long, so I thought we would just talk about one last thing.
Okay. What? And it's up to you, man. I'm cooling, man. I'm cool. Okay. I'm home, man.
Cool.
So,
all right. You. All right. Well, let me ask you this. I just brought it up. Your thoughts on potentially trading for Kyle Kuzma?
Oh, the Kuzma thing. I think I did a video on that a few months ago about the Kuzma. I'm not totally fazed by his disappearance on the Lakers because, you know, LeBron does dominate the ball. Mm-hmm. And his contract, I haven't looked it up in a while, but his contract I think it's fair. I think it's a fair contract. I don't think he got an extension, but it wasn't anything
I got you.
Crazy.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah. But all that said, you know, you got to remember DeRozan can leave for nothing. You can just walk out the door. So if we can get Kyle Kuzma in the 22nd pick, I would value the pick over him, and he'd be more like a cherry on top type of situation. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it was a 3-year, $40 million.
3-year, $40 million. That's not bad. We're paying what? I think Dante's getting paid like in the 60s, and then White had like a 72, 73 million.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it could work. It could work, and it could not work. He's in that same realm with Ben Simmons as far as his work ethic, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Because he was on par with what's the guy in Boston? The stud in Boston, the younger guy. I cannot think of his name.
In Boston,
Olympic
Walker. Oh, you're not talking about. Wait, Kemba is Kemba still with them?
No, team now.
I'll look it up.
I cannot think of this guy's name.
Come on, chat. Tell him. Who is it? Say young guy, Boston. You talking about? You're not talking about Tatum, are you?
Yeah, Tatum.
You are talking about Tatum. Okay.
Right. So they were kind of like, this is Trust me, it's not like that anymore. But years ago, 2-3 years ago, they were kind of looked at as fun as like rivals, and Kuzma was hooping. So if we can unlock some of that on the Spurs, I think it's probably worth the risk, especially if DeRozan wants to leave. Do you blame would you blame DeRozan for wanting to leave the Spurs?
Blame him?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I mean, he's older, okay? In NBA years, obviously he's young, really young,
Mm-hmm.
but not really. I mean, if you want to go somewhere that's more of a contender, it will make sense. I mean, I definitely think a sign and trade is definitely on the rise. Like, I think that can definitely happen. But no, I wouldn't blame him. As far as Kyle Kuzma is concerned, the one thing you said where I was like, oh, yo, I've been saying that. Like, everyone calls me crazy when I said what you just said, that he was really good his first 2 years. Why does everyone keep forgetting that? I think it's the LeBron effect, bro. I think LeBron James. I don't get it.
Yeah, I think. Man, how can I say this? Well, people are gonna hate my guts after this. I gotta be honest, and let me know if you agree with this, and be honest with me.
Okay.
Doing the YouTube thing and everything, and just trying to interact with folks a lot, I'm starting to find out that there's a percentage of our fan base that doesn't watch basketball. You ever get that feel? Like they just watch Spurs and that's it. And like, there's nothing wrong with that. But when we have these conversations, oh man, Kuzma was doing work his first couple of years. People, they'll blast you for saying that. You know what I'm saying?
But
clearly he was doing work.
Here's my thing. Okay, I used to be on like FanDuel heavy. Okay, I was on it heavy, like especially his rookie year. So I saw like a lot of his games, and I saw how many points he would put up. But here's my thing though. You're exactly right. They probably don't watch a lot of games, but even if you only saw Spurs games, you should know that Kyle Kuzma was a bad man. Like, why would you miss a Lakers versus Spurs game? Number one. Number two, every time he played us, he was really good. Like, he would destroy us. Let me see if I can find any of that.
That is true. That is true. And I don't know. But I mean, you think that's like 3 or 4 games?
Yeah.
I just don't know. But it just, when you said that, it just brought up kind of like a thing I noticed. I'm like, even when we're talking about potential trades or whatnot, like, let's get Ben Simmons for Pirtle in the 12th pick or something. I'm just like, that's not how it works. Like, it's just, so sometimes it's funny, but then it's kind of maddening because you're making a solid point and no one can see your point because they don't have the basketball knowledge in general.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, LeBron doesn't suck. Like, what are you talking about? I remember, one of my best videos was like trying to pitch LeBron coming to the Spurs or whatnot. Like, he's really going to see it, but you get what I'm saying. But to the Spurs, people just like, oh, he sucks. He hogs the ball. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Come on.
I'm gonna put a pin in that because I actually have a hot take that I'm gonna throw at you. But if I bringing this up, I mean, the last time he played as a rookie, his last game as a rookie. So this will be a game that we watch, right? It's winding down near the end of the season. We want to see what happens with the Spurs. Every Spurs fan should be watching this. He had 30 points on us. And it's really hard for me to see assists. Yeah, it was only 1 assist, 1 steal. But points wise, he murdered us. Like, he had 30 points on us, shooting 56% or about. Wait a minute, I'm sorry. Field goal. Yeah, about 47%, about 50%. So, like, he murdered us. And it was like, you don't remember, like, the games that he had versus us where he was really good? Like, I don't get it.
In general, like, what have you done for me lately? Type of mentality.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I mean, I guess I've been guilty of that when it comes to Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Because he had some really good years, some better years in the past. So it's tough, you know. But even if you're anti Kyle Kuzma, his contract is gravy. You know, it's worth the risk. The big thing you want, especially the big thing you want, is the 22nd pick. That's what you want. As a Spurs fan, you should want.
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day, like, I truly do believe this. I think Kyle Kuzma will be a phenomenal pickup, not only because he's a really good talent. He's so young. He's a really good talent. But the Spurs want him. The Spurs wanted him in the draft, and we just couldn't get him. Mm-hmm. And one thing that he said was it's hard to be consistent in an inconsistent role. And that's so true. Like, his role changed. It's like, how do people not think that affected him at all? His role changed. Before LeBron got there, before they did all those trades, his role was just be that guy. You go out there, you score, we give you the ball, you shot create. And now it turns into, well, sometimes we want you to shot create, sometimes we want you to shoot jumpers, sometimes, like, look at LA. Like, LA had a really hard time when we had to, change his role continuously. And that is a veteran that is on the top 50 all-time scoring list, I think. He's in the top 50.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he got to be 40.
I think that might be right.
Yeah.
And another thing, too, to piggyback on that, people forget that, and I'm kind of going sideways with this, but people forget that LA wanted out after that. He did want out. Yeah. And Popovich convinced him to come back. So, that role thing is huge. They want to be taken care of. So the Kyle Kuzma thing could work because he gets a second chance, breath of fresh air, a little discipline or whatnot, and they can have a little something. I can't remember. Is he? I think he's do they usually play him at the 4 position?
Kyle Kuzma. He's usually a 4. I don't know what happened the last couple seasons, but I know the first 2 seasons he was definitely a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, which is like, perfect for us, I would think.
Yeah, we could use some size. We can use a 4, most definitely.
And and by the way, LaMarcus Aldridge he's 48. I see the list right here, all time scorer.
Ooh, goodness.
Yeah, 48. Close to George.
Oh, I was so sad about what happened to him. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks. Let me see. All right. Well, let me ask you this then. Okay.
Okay.
Now, you this whole time you said, okay, you got a take and you think people are going to hate it. Here's a take that virtually no one agrees with me on. Okay. And I mean, virtually nobody, like no one. Okay. I'll be surprised if you agree with me.
Let's see if I'm the first one.
Let's see. Wait, let me see. How many people are in the world? Okay. Let me see how many people in the world. Okay. Yeah. You will be 1 out of 7.674 billion people. Okay. That would agree with.
Let's see. Let's make history.
Okay. Hear me out.
Okay.
I would rather take Manu Ginobili in his prime over LeBron James at any point in his career. I guess I don't think you heard me. What I said was I would take Manu Ginobili in his prime over LeBron James at any point in his career.
It's one thing you're forgetting, though.
Yes. What's up?
It's one big thing you're forgetting about that.
Okay.
Manu was super injury prone.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things about LeBron that makes him great was his durability. Like, he's just starting getting hurt. 36, 37. That Joker was healthy and like a tank. You build your franchise around Manu Ginobili at his peak. Oh my God! You know how many injuries Manu would have had if he was playing 40 minutes a game? That Joker's career would have been 5 years short. But that's exaggerating. But you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I understand. Well, looking at the stats here, Manu Ginobili was hitting 30 minutes a game for at least, what's that, 10 years? About 10 years? He was hitting about 30, and then it went down to 23. There are a couple seasons in here where he didn't play much at all. But I mean, that's just my I would much rather Oh no, he did play all these. It's just this one, this 08. What happened in 08, 09? Was that our short season?
I can't. Oh, that might have been.
Okay, I think that might have been. You know what I'm talking about, right? That short season.
Yeah. When they had the 50 games, something like that.
The lockout or whatever happened. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that might have been that season. Right. So that might not even count. So yeah, no, I mean, yeah, he played plenty of games. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why I would take Manu Ginobili. Okay, I would take Manu, and it's not gonna do anything with stats. Okay, if I sat here and tried to explain stats versus LeBron James, I would come across looking like an idiot, more of an idiot than I look right now. But the reason why I would take Manu Ginobili over LeBron James is because he has the killer instinct. He has really good culture. He's very loyal. And I feel like if you have a guy like Manu Ginobili, in his prime, he was on at least close to Kobe. Like you mentioned it earlier, like he could lock down Kobe. Kobe even mentioned that. I think he said that was the hardest guy he ever played against. He's influenced guys like James Harden, and people consider James Harden being pretty great. I would assume that Manu Ginobili, if he got the opportunity to be the starter, he would be in that category. But I feel like if I have a guy like Manu Ginobili and I built around a Manu Ginobili, I'm building around a player where when the game is on the line, if he can keep it close, if we can keep it close, I know that he's going to pull out a really good win for me. But when it comes to LeBron, I feel like I will be walking on eggshells because at any given moment this guy could leave, or he could just go to what's the next big thing. Or I feel like I can't make him the pedestal of my team. Yeah, I can't do it because as soon as he leave, everything's gonna fall apart. I mean, as soon as he left the Cavs, everything falls apart because you put so much investment in that one guy.
But there's a reason for that, though. Things fell apart because he was holding it together.
Well, yeah, that's true. But I just, but that's his home squad. Like him leaving, it just didn't. To me, I didn't think it made a lot of sense to begin with. I feel like when he's the main guy of the team and he doesn't have anybody else on his team, well, I'll say it like this: I could never see in the life of me Manu Ginobili. The game is on the line. He has little Steph Curry on him, and he passes it to a role player that was having a bad game all game long, just so he didn't have to take the last shot. I don't see Manu Ginobili flailing his arms when a teammate makes a bad mistake. I don't see Manu Ginobili getting a cramp in the middle of a finals that never been done before. I don't see Manu Ginobili. I don't see it. I will never see Manu Ginobili do that. No. What?
Come on, brother.
Let me show you what I'll never see.
Why do people bring up that cramp thing?
Because it never happened.
No, it's never happened to them.
He should have drank more Gatorade.
I've had Charlie horses before in cramp. Oh my gosh.
Are you a star athlete in the NBA though?
No, I'm not a star athlete.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him, man.
But when you have a Charlie horse, you cannot move.
Oh,
it's impossible.
Yeah, that's sad.
But I mean, everyone's free to have their opinion, and I love Manu Ginobili, but at his best, I don't see him leading an NBA franchise to the championship if he's the best player on the team.
Prime Ginobili, I could see him doing that. Okay, even another example, and I hate that I can't actually, maybe I can show it. No, I can't show it. Yeah, it's gonna take down the video. Okay, but what happened? Just take my word for it. If you look it up, you'll see it. I don't know if you remember this, but it was the Spurs versus the Cavs. It was a regular season game, and this just shows me who LeBron is, and he's done this so many times, bro. But it was a play in which we went into overtime, and he was fighting for, we did the tip ball. He's fighting for the ball for Kawhi Leonard. As soon as Kawhi got the ball, LeBron stops. This is the player that's known for the greatest, blocks of all time, right? What's it called, man? When you chase down block, like greatest chase down. Yeah, greatest chase down blocker of all time. That's what he's considered. He just flailed his arms and said, "Ugh," and then just blamed the rest of the team for what happened. Another time in which, if you guys recall, David Lee, when David Lee came down with a rebound and gently touched LeBron's back, just gently touched it, and LeBron James just had a fit, crawling on the ground, crying, ran to the locker room, and he was perfectly fine. They found nothing wrong with him. It was just total BS. And I say all this to come to the conclusion that it's not me saying that Manu Ginobili is a better player than LeBron James. I'm not saying that. I would be crazy to even fathom that. But at the same time, I even think that LeBron James is better than Kobe. But at the end of the day, I would take a Kobe over a LeBron James, because I feel like in the long run, if I get this player, I'm gonna get more out of the team. I'm gonna get more out of the culture. When it comes to LeBron James, I don't know if he's gonna stay. I don't know if he's gonna flail his arms. I don't know if he's gonna blame me after the game. I don't know if he's gonna fake an injury on his hand and wear a cast.
Oh,
that was fake. Come on, that was fake too. How many times does he have to do this?
We can't really prove all that. But
Manu never did it.
The first thing, though, now, come on now. Let's be fair now. And I know they're about to kill me in the comments. Let's be fair.
Look at this.
Who started that flopping stuff?
Look at that.
Who started that, man? I remember getting roasted at school for those flops Manu used to do, man.
Okay. It's like, true. It's true.
Now, granted, now, LeBron is bigger than him, so it looks even more ridiculous on him. But I'm like, dang it, Manu, stop with the flopping, man. You're getting me teased at school. With this flopping, bro.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Oh my goodness.
But
if I can find this clip.
I do agree with you. He is a better.
If I can find this clip.
He's probably a better gamble, because LeBron is kind of a wild card. But if I could just offer a small rebuttal.
Okay. About
the whole LeBron not being loyal thing. Man, it's just been so many instances, you know, with like the Isaiah Thomas situation in Boston, you know, other situations where players got, you know, released after injury or cut, or or their money, their contract offers lowered because of injuries, and the first thing the owner says is, "Hey, it's business." For me, as a basketball fan, it was interesting. You know, I wasn't happy to see it, because I was like, "Dang, these jokers are going to be a force to have to deal with in Miami." But it was kind of refreshing to see the player just take control of their own destiny. Now, I hated that Kevin Durant thing. Oh my God, I hate that.
That's great, but let me ask you this. Okay. At the end of a playoff loss or finals loss, I'm just going to ask you, okay? Just go off to, intuition.
Okay.
How do you think Manu Ginobili will react to a loss?
Oh, he'll be hot.
Yeah, like press. Let's say press conference. Okay, what's something? You're Manu Ginobili right now. What do you think something Manu Ginobili would say, or you can just say what type of emotions he would show? Like, because this has happened many times. There's times where we didn't make it, past, the playoff series. So what's a way that in the chat you can be involved too? How do you think Manu Ginobili reacts?
If you lose,
you lose.
I mean, I think he's class personified. He's not going to say anything, newsworthy. He's going to probably say the right things, the right temperament, humility, those type of things. I mean, and that kind of goes back to my point about the whole Kawhi thing, and just like the modern athlete. Like, they're not going to compare at all to the big three when it comes to that category. The big three, they were class personified, man.
Well,
and I love that about them. But I think it's an unrealistic expectation for the average athlete's temperament, if that makes sense.
Well,
does that make sense?
Yeah. I think Manu Ginobili, obviously, he's not going to call anybody out or throw anybody on the bus or, wear a cast and say that was the reason we lost. But what he is going to do is he's going to come out, he's going to be upset, which we've seen it plenty of times. It's not like just speculating. Like, he's done that. Like, he's been upset. He's kept his cool, still been a good teammate. I think when we lost in the finals, he blamed himself. So, yeah, that's what he's going to do, right? He doesn't pass blame or anything like that. Now let me show you. I'm gonna show you a clip because I think I can. I think we can get away with this. I don't care if I can't. So check this out. This is what we get. I just stopped that music. This is what we get after LeBron James loss. Okay, this is what we get.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. You're not gonna be able to hear this. Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You're not gonna be able to hear this. I'm gonna show you guys.
I can pull up the laptop and see if it comes up on there.
Let me see. You're not gonna be able to hear it. I can make it where you can hear it. Give me 1 second. I think it's gonna be applications and yep, right here. There we go. Yep, you're gonna be able to hear this. Okay, you should be able to hear it if you're still looking at the screen I'm sharing.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys what you get out of the LeBron James. Okay. When it's all said and done. Hopefully you can hear this. All right. So check this out. This is LeBron James after losing in the first round.
Just really quickly, I know you didn't expect to be in this position, but do you think?
Oh, this is recent.
Yeah, this is
I didn't even watch.
Recent.
Gotcha.
Check this out.
No, I think I'm gonna play for the Toon Squad this summer instead of the Olympics. I think that's what that's my focus on trying to beat the Monstars or the Goon Squad, we call them now. So didn't have much success versus Suns, so now I am gearing my attention to the Goon Squad here in mid-July. So I'm gonna let the ankle rest for about a month, and then I'm gonna gear up with Lola, Taz, Granny, Bugs. And the rest of the crew. So hopefully see y'all at the match.
You still couldn't hear it? Okay, well I'll summarize it for you because you could you.
I wasn't looking at the screen. I was just waiting for the sound.
Could you guys hear that? Could anybody in the chat hear that? Okay, so yeah, I think they could hear. Okay, so check it out. So I'll just summarize for you. You just gotta take my word for it, okay? They asked LeBron James. LeBron, what you gonna do in the summer? Now that you're out of the playoffs, what are you gonna do? And he said, well, I'm no longer in the playoffs, so I guess I'll go play with the Goon Squad and play with Granny and Taz and Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny, and I guess I'll do that in July 16th. Basically saying, go see my movie. Like right after a loss, his first reaction was to advertise his movie. Like that was the first thing that he thought. Like, I lost. Okay, I don't care that I lost. I don't care that I lost this game. Who cares? And look, go watch my movie. Like, that's something that I don't think you get out of a Manu. Manu actually cares about winning. I think LeBron James cares about winning when it pertains to how much publicity it can get and how well it does with his brand and whatnot. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't know. I think I do think you have a point. I honestly do. That's kind of awkward statement, But I think LeBron James is very calculated in the things he said. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's the type of person that, and this is just my opinion,
okay,
if something bothers him, he's going to try to put up a front like he's not bothered. There's no way he's not totally upset about being, for the first time ever, being banished in the first round. You see what I'm saying?
I don't
think he's unhurt by that. I think he's putting up a front for the media. That's just me. Because he doesn't want them to see him sweat, so to speak.
I will say that. I would agree with you if it came to I don't know, a Kevin Durant maybe, or somebody like when it comes to LeBron James, it's too many things in his actions on the court and off the court, but on the court where I just can't say, oh, he's just playing it off. Going out of your way to basically give up because he gave up in a series, especially the Warriors. He gave up. He literally gave up after JR did what he did. The whole game, I was like, oh my God, this Michael Jordan excellence. then he passed to George Hill, and then he blamed J.R. Smith for being J.R. Smith, and then he just kind of gave up for the rest of the series. But for you to come out and then like wear a cast and say, "Oh, this is the reason I lost," it's bull. When he went against the Spurs, I think it's all surrounded around his brand. When he went against the Spurs and he lost in 2014, I think it might have been game 4, maybe. Because let's see, let me think. We won game 1, and did we win game 2, and then they won game 3? Maybe we won in 5.
I can't remember.
Okay, they might have won game 3, but it was after we won and we were up pretty significantly. And what he said in the media was, I don't know why you guys talk about this so much. It's just basketball. Those type of comments would never come from greats like a Michael Jordan or like but he's showing it. Like he gives up at times.
I kind of feel like you're making my point for me, because that clearly he said that and he doesn't believe that. Like it's just basketball. I don't think he believes that. He's trying to put up a wall against the media. Like, oh, we'll be all right. Oh, we'll figure it out. And he knows good and well they're getting their butts kicked.
After he lost, he said it's just basketball. After he lost, it wasn't that, oh, we're going to be okay. He literally left Miami. He literally left Miami. I don't think he was trying to like give code for. I mean, how about all the times that he's threw other players under the bus, like either physically on the court, like putting up a crazy spectacle of, oh, it's your fault, or how he's done cryptic tweets or cryptic messages all the time saying, well, this player's doing this wrong, or this player's doing that wrong. Like he's always doing it. Like I feel like he always passed the blame off of himself. And
what do you think?
Oh, go ahead.
Would you consider him a bad teammate? Like, do we put him in that category? Like
LeBron James?
I mean, I get that he's not the perfect teammate, but would we say he's a bad teammate? Like, for instance, when Kyrie left the Cavs, you know.
Yeah.
He left the Cavs, went to Boston, and it was just tension between him and LeBron, and people were like, "Oh, LeBron ran Kyrie off." That Joker played in Boston like half a season and apologized to LeBron publicly. So I don't know if I would give him the bad teammate tag.
I wouldn't say LeBron James is a bad teammate. I think that would be disingenuous on my part if I said LeBron James is a bad teammate. I don't think he's necessarily a bad teammate. All I'm saying is I'm putting him on a level. If I just look at like the greatest players of all time, which I would consider Manu Ginobili up there and somewhere. He's not like top 5, top 10 or anything, but he's there. He's in the greatest. If someone said greatest 6 man of all time, I think that would be considered one of the greatest players of all time. I just see it that way.
Is he the greatest 6 man though? It's a lot of good 6 men. You think so?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't even know if I still consider him a 6 man. I don't know. I mean
he's really a starter. He's really a starter, but I mean, we just put him in 6 man. But my point is, I put him on I put him on the same pedestal that other people would put a LeBron James on. And when you mention LeBron James, instantly you bring up Michael Jordan, or you bring up Kobe, or you bring up players that's playing right now like Kevin Durant and stuff like that. I'm just saying on that level, there's so many other players I would rather take it ahead of LeBron James. Like there's so many. And it's because I don't trust him when the game is online. I don't trust him if things start going sour, that he won't throw me, the coach, or other players under the bus. I don't trust that he's gonna fully just put it on himself. I don't trust that he's creating a excellent, perfect culture. If we even talking about recent, talking about seeing games recently, dude, he throws Kyle Kuzma under the bus. Like on court, it's so obvious that he's not helping the narrative of Kyle Kuzma. Like he makes Kyle Kuzma look worse than he is. Kyle Kuzma misses a shot, he flails his arms like, oh my goodness, oh my gosh. And it's just a different vibe. And I'm sorry, it just is. I know this is just a feeling, this isn't a fact, but it's a different vibe when I see a player get on to someone, like a Tim Duncan get on a player, or a Kobe get on a player. And when it comes to LeBron, you said yourself that you feel like he puts up a spectacle. I feel like he puts up a spectacle for a lot of things, and I think that's another way of him putting that up.
I don't think you're wrong. I think you're right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The great meme with him and Josh Smith. Not Josh Smith, but J.R. Smith. But I think J.R. Smith deserved that. That was a bonehead play.
Well, yeah.
But I understand that, but it always trips me out how people give Jordan and Kobe, rest in peace, passes, because those jokers, you can put them in the probably bad teammate category. Like Jordan was punching Steve Kerr in the face. He was cursing them jokers out. Did you watch The Last Dance?
Yeah, I watched The Last Dance.
It was just like, even before that, I knew about these. Well, I guess you don't know, but you hear these rumors and stuff like that. Kobe, he's on video. You could probably pull up the video on YouTube now. Him cursing out the whole team, cursing out the GM, and walking out the gym. You know what I'm saying? So I think because they were better killers on the court, we give them a pass. Because LeBron's behavior ain't nothing like that.
But if Jordan, I mean, okay, we got really lucky with a Tim Duncan. Okay, I'll say that right now. We got lucky with Tim Duncan. He's considered one of the greatest, if not, obviously the greatest power forward of all time, but one of the greatest players of all time. And you can even make an argument for him being the greatest player if you wanted to. But
I think he should be in the conversation a lot more than you.
Yeah, he should. And I know that we got a little bit lucky with him. But if I'm just being completely honest, I feel like Michael Jordan's behavior towards his team, I don't think it's necessarily a detriment on Michael Jordan. He just got the right coach where he could do that more often. But Michael Jordan, it was a killer every single night. Like, it wasn't like he was doing that and then he was taking nights off. Like, he could get away with that. And I think even other players could deal with it because of Michael Jordan being Michael Jordan. And on top of it, even though I don't think Michael Jordan was a bad teammate, okay, I'll say that because I can even give a couple examples.
I mean, I don't think so either, but I feel like we highlight LeBron's flaws and pretend like MJ and Kobe didn't have their own flaws. I'm like, yo.
Well, I think the biggest issue with Kobe was the Shaq situation, how he handled that. I didn't like how he handled that. But when it comes to Michael Jordan, I mean, even in the finals, he was basically solely responsible for Steve Kerr getting that shot at the end, in that big moment. And then on top of it, when I think about Michael Jordan, most of those guys, even from The Last Dance, they said Michael Jordan was a cool dude to hang around. Like, he wasn't, because, that's another piece to it, what you do off the court or how you hang out with the fellas and stuff. Michael Jordan hung out with the guys. He didn't come in and just say, oh, you guys are trash, and then, like, went home. Like, he was hanging out with them. He golfed with the guys sometimes. He, went and have drinks with the guys. I mean, he was good. I think that's considered a good teammate.
I don't think he was, don't misunderstand. I don't think he was like a horrible teammate, right? But something you said just kind of triggered something in my memory, for instance. So, like, for instance, and I know it's a little different, so I'm just kind of trolling a little bit, but just to play devil's advocate. Earlier, you were like, LeBron promoted his movie. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he didn't care about losing and da-da-da-da-da. One thing about The Last Dance that stood out to me, this Joker, I can't remember what team it was. I want to say it was Boston. This Joker played in Boston, gave it his all, and they lost game one, right? And the very next day, Jordan. Yeah. Very next day, he was golfing with Danny Ainge. So it was like we live in a society today where Harden, he went to a strip club or a club or something in the middle of a series and get destroyed. But Mike is actually hanging with the enemy.
Well, that's a little,
on the golf course.
you're holding some information out, okay? Wasn't it?
What did I forget?
Okay, wasn't it something? Now it's been a minute since I watched it last night. I only saw it when it came out. But didn't Michael Jordan say something like he went and did that and was like getting in the person's head or something? Like he went there and he was like,
that's very possible. I can't remember.
I think it was something. I could be wrong too, but I think that was part of it. But even if that's not part of it, I mean, even if I look at just the facts of Michael Jordan, I would never compare his criticizing a Michael Jordan versus criticizing like James Harden. Michael Jordan was criticized quite a bit before he even like started winning championships, but those two were not similar at all. Like James Harden is a choke artist. Like,
no, I'm not comparing them as players, but the situation, it's pretty similar. Like, even like gambling. I think he was gambling in the middle of the series. He went to, he did get criticized for that though. I remember he got criticized.
Yeah, he got
stuff like that. So it's just, I feel like winning cures all.
Yeah,
it just cures all.
It does. And LeBron James has lost like 6 finals. Right? Is it 6?
You got to get some credit for making it to 6.
Oh my goodness! When do we start giving people credit for making it? Oh my goodness!
We gotta give this man heck of consistency for even like when he played us in the finals. When he played, what year was that? That was 07? 07?
07. Yeah, he got swept.
07. That team was terrible. Good Lord.
Yeah, that was his first one.
Tony was in there looking like Isaiah Thomas on that, man. He was killing them. That was just a terrible team. To me, and I know you're probably gonna kill me for this.
Mm-hmm.
To me, LeBron has only lost one finals that he should have won. Maybe 2.
Which ones
are those? I don't know what the heck happened to the Mavs. I don't know what happened with that.
I mean,
were you happy the Mavs won that championship?
You talking about the massive like LeBron James meltdown where he like
when he super choked and just disappeared. He basically pulled the Ben Simmons.
I mean,
basically.
I mean, he should. I mean, if we doing shoulds, I mean, he should only have 3 rings because I mean he shouldn't have won in 13.
Oh yeah.
So,
do you think we would have made it back if we would have won in 13 though?
That's a really good question. Yeah,
I feel like the pain motivated us to get back.
I mean, we were killers.
Oh my goodness.
Let me see.
Do you think that do you hold it against the Spurs? Okay, no. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Do you think the Spurs are a couple championships short of what they should have had?
I wouldn't say a couple. I would say maybe 1. I mean, no. Actually, yeah. I would say 2. I would say we're 2 short.
Right.
Yep. Because
that other one, man.
Yeah.
No, go ahead and say it. I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead and say it.
Oh no.
Wait.
I don't know which ones you're talking about. I was actually thinking about obviously 2013, and I was considering the season after the 2014 one because we had a really good team. Like,
what happened? What happened that year?
We lost.
The one I was thinking about
Clippers.
We did, didn't we? On some weird.
Chris Paul pushed off on Danny Green.
Yeah. But the one I was thinking about was, I can't remember what year this was. I want to say it might have been
this team.
It was the year the Miami Heat won the championship with Dwayne Wade and Shaq, I think.
Okay.
And we were up. It was Game 7 against the Mavs.
Oh.
And we were up by 3 points. And Manu fouled dirt next to the basket and got the and one.
Yeah.
And overtime. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, you know what? No, that was 06.
That's 06?
Yeah, 06. 06, because I remember on the championship DVD for 07, started off the training camp, and I don't want to curse him live, but he was
you
like, maybe this year we won't effing foul Dirk up by 3 or something.
Wouldn't he say that?
I want to say he said that on the championship DVD 2007. Had to be 2007. Had to be.
Was he mad, or was it like joking pop? Like, what kind of pop was it?
You know Pop. He said it. He was dead serious, but he didn't say it like in a way where you're like, oh man, you out of line. He was just kind of like reminding them, like,
yeah,
like you effed this up. So I want to say it was that championship, and then obviously the 2013 that was kind of on my mind. Like, man, we could have easily, had 7, easily.
Yeah,
so
I can definitely see that. We had a few seasons where it's like even the season versus the Grizzlies, because I'm from Memphis, and the Grizzlies were playing very well that season. It might have been 2011. I think it was season 2011. And we had a pretty good squad, but we just dealt with some injuries near the end, and we got inconsistent near the end, and they beat us in the first round. Like, we were first seed.
Oh, yeah. Didn't it? Yeah, they upset us. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Because that's the year they had the 2 big guys, Zach Randolph, right?
Mark. Mm-hmm.
And Mark. Oh.
Tony Allen, Mike Conley, OJ Mayo. Like, they had a really good squad. And they upset us. We couldn't stop Zebo.
Yeah, he was lighting us up that year, and I think somebody was hurt. I can't remember who it was.
Manu.
Oh, okay.
I think Manu was hurt. Gary Neal was on team. Manu had that cast.
Oh man.
But guess what? Manu wasn't faking that cast. That was a real cast, and he played with it. He didn't lose, and then the cast appeared. The cast didn't show up in the press conference after we lost.
I agree with you. He should have kept that to himself. I don't know what that was.
Let me see. I was looking at Manu Ginobili cast.
That was too hilarious.
Can we find it?
But yeah. Randolph, he was lighting us up that year. Goodness gracious.
Let me see if I can find it. Playoffs.
Right up.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, this isn't a fake cast, guys. If you can see this. This is a real cast right here. One of those fake casts that... Yeah, this is a real cast.
And you know what's funny? Like, just to give you... I won't give you your shine on that. The cast, it looked like one of those cheap casts from, like, Walgreens or something.
Yeah,
it didn't even seem heavy duty or anything.
Yeah.
Didn't even put it on.
He had one shot with that cast on that was so sweet. It was the end of the second quarter because I was at the game, at this game, and it was so sick where he went over behind the back over the player that was on the ground, and then he shot it from half court. That was so sick.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, see, somebody even mentioned it. Didn't Manu hit a big shot with that cast? He sure did. Gregory. He sure did. Well, man. I think this was a really good stream. I know it's getting kind of... Well, it's not getting late, but it's getting kind of late.
Yeah. We definitely got to do this more often, brother.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
You want to plug your stuff? I do have your thing on right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just check me out, y'all. DCTREE-NATION.com. Well, not .com anymore. I got rid of the website. DCTREE-NATION on YouTube. Where we cover hoops and heroes.
Say it. Say it how you usually say it.
You put me on the spot, man. This is DCTREE-NATION, the channel on YouTube that covers hoops and heroes. And today we're talking hoops. Talking about San Antonio Spurs, y'all. So I do a lot of videos on the Spurs, but I'm a big geek and love the Marvel stuff, so I try to incorporate that. There's been a lot of complaining about my dad jokes. That's just part of it, man. That's just part of who I am. Spider-Man comics, Spider-Man characters, bad jokes is part of my charm. So that's just gonna be on there too. So, and memes and stuff like that. But just check me out. I try to be fair and objective. I try not to be too analytical because we're just having fun. We're discussing things. So yeah, just just check me out, and I got some playlists on there. We cover New Balance shoes. I got some Murrays on there that I covered.
Nice.
Those type of things. So plenty
Nice.
of content, and
Good.
I hope to hear from you guys.
Good.
Clan, thanks for having me, brother.
Yeah, man, it was really enjoyable. Whenever I get you on again, we're definitely gonna have to talk superheroes. Just out of curiosity, who's your favorite?
The kid in me is always Spider-Man, but the adult in me is the Black Panther, most definitely.
Okay.
That Chadwick thing, ooh Lord, I was too hurt over that, and I think that was like 2 months after COVID. I was hurt. I was too hurt.
Yeah, and
those are my favorite.
I'm with you with Spider-Man. He's my favorite too. Where? I'm assuming the DC comes from DC Comics. Like, how did you come up with your name?
Oh no. Well, yeah. So my it's off my real name.
Oh,
so,
okay,
like,
okay.
It's like my initials are DCR.
Oh, okay.
And then my last name is Tree. So.
Oh, okay. I'm stupid. Okay.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. It's all good.
Yeah,
Not
man.
too many people online know my last name, I think. But and I don't mind it. I think you on my personal Instagram and everything. So
Yeah.
You good? I got no problem.
Well,
just in case some Derek White fans want to come see about me and beat me up.
Now you're gonna have to double down and start making videos of how he's trash.
You talking about who?
Derek White.
Trash. No. Trash. I try to stress that he is not trash.
Well,
some of his fans get on my nerves, but he's not trash.
Well, man, it was really fun talking to you. Like I said, we'll keep in contact with you. If you ever want to come back on, that's dope, or I'll just ask you. But yeah, man, it was really fun talking to you. I think the chat really enjoyed it. It was quite a few people at one point, at least like 40-some people that just was sticking around for a while, just watching. It's people that's in and out and stuff. But yeah, for the most part, it was a pretty nice stream.
Well, I'll be in touch, man. Maybe we can try to do something around draft time and see who we should pick and who we hope to pick.
I'm gonna put you on the spot, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And if you say you can't, it's perfectly fine. It's not a big deal. I was actually planning to have some people like we are right now in this Discord on here at a time, and maybe just let the chat come in and out if they want to join the Discord. While the draft was going on, would you be interested? Maybe not. Are you gonna be busy?
Yeah. I'm definitely interested. Let me look at the calendar.
Okay, that's fine.
When is the draft? When is it?
So good.
It's
20.
July.
20. Let me see. Maybe I can find it. Let's see.
Right quick.
29th of this month.
I should be free. I should be free on the 29th.
Oh, okay.
So that should work.
Okay.
That should work.
And
like we're doing it we're doing it in the evening. Like I work regular day job during the day, but in the evening that should be fine.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be up, like I said, it'll be up in the air. Like you can just come by for a few picks or our picks and bounce if you want it. Like it was just something that I just wanted to bring up, invite you on.
That sounds good. Sounds good to me, brother.
But yeah, man, it was fun, and I'll stay in contact with you. And yeah, man,
man, shout out to everyone in the chat. Shouting me out.
Yeah, the chat.
1,000 IT kills, impeccable. Okay, and anybody else, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. I think Ruru really likes you.
Who?
Ruru.
Yeah.
Ruru 3000.
Oh snap! I got me a fan. Big time now.
We're all right, DC Tree, man. I'll get with you later, and stay in contact.
All right, brother.
All right, deuces. All right. He's such a nice guy, isn't he? DC is such a nice guy. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's see. Let me look through. I know there's a few. By the way, If you guys want to support the channel, let me show you something. If you want to support the channel, please join the Patreon. Links below. I got it in the description, the Patreon link. Join the Patreon. It's only $2 a month. I'm not trying to take a whole bunch of money from you or anything like that. It's only $2 a month. And let me show you why I had to create a Patreon, okay? All right. I'm going to show you, because I know some of you probably like, oh, he's full of it. He don't have to create a Patreon. I work hard on this channel, man. I try to make content. Let me show you what just happened to me. I wonder, can I do this without getting in trouble? Let me show you. I'm gonna show you what they do to me, okay? Okay, I can just show it like this. Look at this. Okay, you see this? I made a Keldon Johnson tribute, and as it stands right now, it is blocked. Okay, it is blocked, and I already disputed it, trying to get the copyright claim lifted. But it's total BS. Like, you work hard on videos, and this is what they do to you. So if you guys want to join the Patreon, like I said, it is, I think I already have one patron already. So let me see. Here it is. Yep. You can just join the Patreon. It's just patreon.com/ClanTheSpursFan. If you want to join it, it's come Patreon, only $2 per month. Okay, that's only 4 cents a day. All right, just 4 cents a day, guys. Just 4 cents a day. Because I'm making content in it. It can't even be uploaded. I also got a Manu Ginobili song I finished. I'm just finishing the video. Hopefully that doesn't get copyright claimed too. I mean, this is BS. But yeah, just letting you guys know about that. All right, let's see what I missed. I'm sure I missed something. Let's see here. Shout out to Cushmaster with the super chat. Can I show this on screen? I guess I can't. But yeah, shout out to you. Thank you so much for that. Ruru, thank you for the vibes. She sent vibes my way. Thank you for the super chat. And thank you, Sean Kelly. Early on, he gave me a little thumbs up with the super chat. So thank you guys so much for the super chats. It means a lot. Like, it really does mean a lot. I know that I play around a lot, but it really does. Because I love the community. I love getting Spurs fans on. I love talking Spurs with you guys. So yeah, it means a lot. I need to change my thumbnail because I think the thumbnail is really ugly for this video. But yeah, actually, while we're on stream, let me write down everything we talked about. What did we talk about? Let's see. We talked hoops and heroes. Let's see. What is it? What did we talk about? I already forgot what we talked about. I'm just gonna see. You see, no, the DJ versus White wasn't a great. That wasn't a great. Like, we didn't debate. What did we debate? We debate Manu, bro. I want this channel to get big enough where I can have mods that come in and like timestamp stuff. That would be so cool. But we talked about Manu. Manu versus LeBron. Jeez, we talked a lot. Now you have 2 patrons. Oh, thanks, man. Heck yeah, thanks, Impeccable. What is the Patreon? The Patreon is the links below. It's in the description, I think. It should be in the description. Let me see. Let me make sure it's in the description.
If you
that's an ad. Hold on. Yeah, it's in the description. It's under the Let's Connect in the description, and it says support on Patreon, and then it's the little Patreon link. So if you guys want to join that would mean a lot to me. But yeah, that's where it is. That's where you can find it. Like I said, man, only $2. I'm not trying to like skim you guys for any money or anything like that. Just trying to get people on it so I can create these videos and not feel like I'm wasting my time with freaking YouTube, man, because it's very frustrating, especially when I try really hard on these. I can't even show you because this video get copyright claimed. I'm hoping even showing LeBron James say that he wants to play for the Goon Squad won't get taken down either. Kind of stupid. I really did enjoy that conversation with DC though. He's really entertaining. He's really fun to talk to. IT kills what? Agreed. Oh, you guys are talking about the Spurs draft. Yeah, we talked about the Manu versus. Yeah, okay. I need to make a new thumbnail just to make it all purdy, because I think this was a really good video. Maybe I should make huge Spurs discussions, huge Spurs debates with these, because we debated huge Spurs debates with. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put debate. A lot of content creators have moved to Patreon. I guess less restrictions. It's so much better, dude. It's so much better. It's so much better. Yeah. Man, I want to have a big... Guys, I want to have a legit party, okay? All right? I'm going to tell you this right now. I want a legit party, all right? I know that, like, when we have... Like, when I had watch parties and stuff, it was like, oh, watch party, but it's just me talking to the chat. No. I want a real party, all right? If you guys join the Discord, because I got a link up below, too, for the Discord. If you join the Discord and I go live, right? I go live during a watch party. I want to have the chat open and people can just jump in, okay? Even if someone jumps in and says something crazy and try to bounce, I mean, obviously they'll get banned, but I just want that to be open. I want open doors. Just walk into the party if you want to come into the party, and we talk Spurs and you talk about what's going on. Don't be shy, just come in, okay? I'm not a mean person. People I'll try to have Zachariah on. I'll try to have my boy Corrupt on. Anybody that's a patron, if you want to come in, you're invited. Everyone's invited, okay? And I would love to just get on there during the draft as a real watch party and just have as many people in there as possible. It could get kind of messy, okay? We have like 20 people in there. It can probably get messy. Maybe I can have a limit. I don't know if there's a limit on there. But it would be nice just to have people come in and out and, you know, say their thoughts on stuff. A real party, okay? I'll even bring cake. Keto cake, because I am keto, even though I have not been eating keto over the last few months, bro. I gotta get back on my stuff. I'm going back to the gym tomorrow. I promise. I swear. I promise. I know you guys think I'm lying. I swear I am. DeRozan signing trade to Warriors for Wiggins. I'm not even that huge on Wiggins. Check on DeJounte IG. Okay. Let's see. Obviously, he has me blocked, so I have to go to my other account. I should have told DC that I was blocked by Murray. I wonder if he found anything. DC is such a nice guy that it was so irritating. It was irritating because it was like points where I was like, oh, we can argue about this. And he'll say, oh, you know what, man? You have a really good point. I said, don't say that. Fight. All right, let me see. I like debating just to debate sometimes. So I don't know. All right. Check his... This? Oh, what is this? Rumors can be true and rumors can be false. I'm just thankful and grateful for the highs, the lows, the blessings, the lessons, the set. Oh my goodness. Yo. Oh my goodness. Maybe it is true. Oh my goodness. Talk your ish twin. We want you to stay in San Antonio. You're our future. Spurs fans always got your back. Oh, this isn't good. Because this isn't a typical DeJounte Murray. You know, DeJounte Murray usually come out and say no, it's not true, or laugh it off or something. But this isn't. Yeah, this doesn't look good. Rumors can be true and rumors can be false. I don't know. I mean, it could be nothing, but that's a little weird. That's something he usually don't do. He usually just say it's not true. So you guys think this is true? Grind fam. Ooh, that's not a good look if DeMarre Carroll's coming. That doesn't look good. Who liked it? Okay, at least DJ didn't like that. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. If the Spurs trade you, I'ma cry, no cap. And we'll be okay, bro. If the Spurs trade DeJounte. But yeah, that's honestly, like DC said, you would get more out of a DeJounte Murray trade. But yeah, this isn't good. All right, but like I said, once again, if you guys want to join the Patreon And you said I got two what are you? I don't know what you're talking about. Somebody said I got 2 patrons. Oh, I do. Thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, it says 1, but I think it gotta like update. What can I do on here? I can post stuff. I'm gonna make my first post right now, okay? All right. Let's see what we can do here. Just make a post, okay? I got 2 patrons, okay? So you guys get to vote on this. I don't know what to put. I don't know what to put as far as content. Oh, got something. Okay, I know. What would you like to see this month? I only have 2 patrons, so they're the only ones that can vote. So if one person votes one and the other person votes the other one, I guess we're just not gonna do it. Let's see. What would you like to see this month? You see, a new Spurs song, a Dwan. Wait, how do you spell Dwan Blair? Is that it? Oh, that is it. Is that it? Okay, yeah, I was right. Dwan Blair mini doc. Yeah, maybe I should add a third one. Well, it wouldn't really matter, would it? Yeah. All right. I'm publishing this. Patrons only can see this. Only patrons. No one else. Okay. You guys can't. You guys can't see it. People in the chat, you can't see this. If you're not a patron, you can't see this. This is only exclusive. This is exclusive content. This is the exclusive content that my patrons been asking for over the past 24 hours. They've been asking for this for a very long time. Okay. I'm posting it. They've been wanting this for a long time. Okay. Unfortunately, if you're not a patron, you can't access this. No, chat, I'm not listening to you. IT Kill said, I don't know if you're a patron, IT. You can't answer this. Only patrons can answer this question. Only patrons. Not you, IT. I think Impeccable is a patron. He can answer this and Corrupt. Those are my 2 patrons. If you want to be a patron, you want to vote on this, you can, but you can't. Can I vote? Oh my God, I can vote. Okay, I don't need to do that. Yeah. Wait. Oh crap. By me unvoting, it got a negative. It got a -1. Hold on. Let me give both a -1. So then, wait a minute. What just happened? Oh my God, what just happened? I don't know what just happened. 3 votes. Who just voted? Was it me? Okay. Okay. Now I don't know what's going on. I don't know how this works. I have no idea how this works. But my patrons are the only ones that can vote. I have no idea what just happened. Let me see. Let me go home. Let's see. Yay, 1 new patron. Okay, let me see something. How do I go to the post? Let me go back to the post. Let's go to the new post. No, wait. You'll have to call the mini doc the chosen Dewan. The chosen Dewan. I actually have Harrison. Actually, let me shout out Harrison. Go follow him. Hey, do this right now. Everyone that's in here, go to San Antonio Spurs Talk and subscribe to him. Okay? He's gonna get a bunch of subs out of nowhere. I mean, at least 20 of them. He's gonna, where did these come from? This is Harrison's channel. Go sub to him right now. Go sub to him. Go sub to him. This is real power right here. This is true power. This is the power that I shouldn't have. If I can get one person to come over here and subscribe to Harrison, that's a power that I shouldn't have. I'm abusing my power. But yeah, this is his channel. I don't know why he only has 100 subs. That's stupid. But yeah, he's writing the script for me. Yeah, he's writing the script for me for the Dewan stuff. Wait, what? Crispy Flakes, though. Have you seen some of the trade proposals he agrees with in his video? I don't know what y'all talking about. DJ has been posting himself in the Spurs practice facility all week on lives. Stupid media keep dragging DJ and White into trade rumors BS. Well, Rui, it could be true. I mean, this is a weird post right here. I mean, it's almost like he posted this saying now it's like he's unsure if it's real, you know? He doesn't know. And I think that's what he's saying. He just doesn't know. But at the end of the day, he's still grateful. That's all he's saying. I'm still grateful for the highs, the lows, the blessings. So he's almost like getting people ready for a potential thing to happen, you know? I mean, because if it wasn't true, then he would just do what he always do and just play it off, which that's what he usually does. So I don't know if it's just media saying it. I mean, and I don't see him as the one to just play around with people like this, you know? Like, oh, let me play around with media. Like, no, that's more of a LeBron thing, like we talked about earlier. When was this posted? Oh, this is 7 weeks ago. See, he talks about ups and downs quite a bit. He didn't mention any rumors, you know? And the fact that it's been 7 weeks, this is another thing that's telling. It's been 7 weeks since he posted anything. And then the next time he posts this, like, rumors could be true. Like, I don't know, Chief. Let me see. I'm gonna check his Twitter. Oh yeah, he put it on Twitter too. Yep, it's on Twitter too. And you know it's him. It's not some like media head or anything, you know? Wait, CP3 point guard. Did CP3 post something? Or? I don't know. But yeah. Oh, he was just tweeting that, yeah, CP3 is a point guard. Okay, never mind, I'm stupid. Thought this was a reply. Guys, can I tell you something? Alright, so you remember Ruru, you know, especially Ruru, she's going to remember this. You know how I told you guys? By the way, let me see if anyone subscribed to Harris. I'm going to be really pissed off if no one. Okay, at least someone did. Okay, someone did. Good. 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 I'm happy. Okay, you guys remember when I mentioned DJ's dad? Like, does anybody remember when I mentioned putting DJ's dad on a video? I'm gonna mention it. I'm gonna tell you what came from that. If anyone remembers. Does anyone remember? I know the chat is like delayed. I have to figure something out. I think it's a way to connect the Discord to the YouTube stuff. I just don't know how. I'll figure it out. There's some way to do it. Yeah, you remember? Yeah, your boy remembers. I know Ruru remembers if she's still here. Yeah, so Impeccable remembers too. Yeah, alright, so alright. Ow. So I messaged him, and I kid you not, a few months ago when I mentioned like him being on a stream, he was like, yeah, that's cool. And I'm not gonna show the message or anything, I'll just tell you like overall what he said. Okay, so before I mentioned, this was a few months ago, he said, yeah, man, you know, he's just on vacation at the time. And I said, okay. And I said, you know, I'll hit you up later. Now, a few months goes by because I was just doing other stuff. I'm sure he's doing other stuff, and I just didn't even think about it. And I finally messaged him again after I talked about it with you guys about getting him on, like to talk with him, just like how I just did with DC Tree, right? And his response was like, which part of it I understand, but part of it I don't. His response was that he would need to be compensated for getting on. And my thing was, well, if you're selling anything or you got anything going on, that can be an incentive. And I wouldn't mind posting on Instagram, which about 40,000 people over there. And to be fair, the people that watch the stories is close to like 2,000, right? And even Facebook, if he wanted to or something like that, just to have him on, just talk about Spurs. I wasn't going to sit here and say, oh, yes, talk bad about DeJounte, or talk about it. Like, none of that. But his response was he has to get money from it. Okay? So his response was, I got to get paid from it. And I don't think that that's a bad thing, because he was just, you know, I won't say specific things that he said, but that's basically what he was saying. And I wasn't, look, first off, all right, I have a Patreon. Okay, let me show you. I have a Patreon with, look, $4 a month, okay? All right, this is my Patreon, $4 a month, all right? I have a Patreon, $4 a month, okay? $2 a month. It's actually $2 a month, okay? It's $2 a month, okay? I have 2 Patreons. It only shows 1 right now, but I have 2 Patreons, okay? How am I going to come up with, like, any money to pay someone to get on? Now, when I asked him, I said, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Not really, but I said, well, you know, incentives, all that. He didn't respond to that part. But I did ask. I said, well, just out of curiosity. I think that's how I phrased it. Okay, let me just make sure I phrased it the right way, so I'm not, like, lying on myself. I won't show you the message. All right, I'll just read it, especially what I said. Okay, I said, I understand that complete, because when he said that he needs, you know, money if he's going to do it. And he also said that he don't think DJ would want him to do it, but, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I said, I understand that completely. I'm actually not in a great position to pay for it. Is there anything that you have going on that you would like to plug? Maybe that could be an incentive. I have a large following on IG that may help. How much would you want to come on out of curiosity if that's not enough? Okay, so that's my curiosity. Now I'm just gonna let the chat, and I know it's gonna be a delay, and I'm okay with that. I'm gonna let you guess how much money he said it would take to get him on. Like, I'm just gonna let you guys guess. Take your time. Take your time. Just take an educated guess. Yeah, man, I saw it already, Valentino. Okay, Ruben, you're actually being very generous. Uh-huh. Okay, impeccable. All right, so we got 5,000. We got 500. We got 2,000. Anybody else? No? That's it? 1K. Okay. Well, actually, I'm surprised you guys went that high. Impeccable was actually right. It was $500. $500. Like, I don't even know if that would be worth it. You know what I mean? Just for a little, like, publicity for the channel. I don't even think $500 would be worth it at all. First off, I can't pay $500. Okay, I'm a master's student. I'm broke. I can't pay that. All right, so that's number one. But number two, even if I could at the moment, right? Even if I could at the moment and pay $500 for him to get on, I see what's in it for him, obviously, but what's in it for the channel, really? Like, it's like a huge risk. I mean, it could get to a point where it's like, wow, DJ's dad talked on this platform, maybe, or it could just be nothing. And it would be another thing if he had a huge following, you know, and then it's like, oh, I'm definitely gonna get some out of it. It's just like, what would I get out of that for $500? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's so much money. You guys see that, right? By the way, Valentino, I think I mentioned already, but we did see the DJ post. Like, we talked about it a few minutes ago. I saw it. But yeah, what would I get out of it? Do you guys know? I just don't think that would be worth it. And I mean, to think of it, what he gets on and people check it out, maybe. I mean, he gets on, I don't know. It just didn't seem, I mean, that's a lot you're asking for me to get you on. Like, if you came on because I'm just an independent content creator. If you get on, I mean, how long are you going to be on? Like, is it, because at that point, if I'm paying you, it's not going to be the same interaction that I had with DC Tree, where he gets on and we talk and stuff like that. What if I ask DC Tree, hey man, you want to get on? Yeah man, but you're gonna have to pay me. He has more of a following, and this isn't even like someone that's close to DJ. Yeah, I don't even think some Spurs fans know the DeJounte Murray dad situation. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's really strange. But I end up saying no. Or actually, I didn't say anything. I just saw it like yesterday. I don't think I messaged back at all. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and head off. Yeah, it's just sus, right? Yeah, that's my thing. It just felt like a sus situation. It was like, I gotta pay 500. That's just so much, bro. Like, I think if it was like a NBA player or something, I mean, I totally understand that. But I mean, I don't know if I'm getting anything out of it, you know? And it wouldn't be the same interaction. Like, if I pay you $500, then I'm going to be a little different. Like, I'm not going to be able to, like, I'm not going to bring you on and we just talk casual like I would have before. If I brought you on for $500, I'm gonna ask you some stuff. Like, I'm gonna try to milk as much out of it as I can for $500, because the video probably won't make. I mean, probably the video is definitely not making anything near $500. Like, the most I ever made on a video came from donations. You know, it's just unrealistic. It's just not gonna happen. And then I would leave it like straight up. Everyone ask questions. Any question is on the table. Anything you want to ask is on the table, and I'm going to ask it. It wouldn't be as a friendly conversation if I had to pay $500, because at the end of the day, you know, I think I can make a case for him getting a lot out of being on the channel or whatever, you know, because I'll keep my word. If you advertising something, I do not mind mentioning it. You know, I will keep my word. You would get more out of it, but I don't know what I would be getting out of it for that much. Yeah, but you guys get me. All right. Okay, a few announcements before I go. Once again, Patreon, join the Patreon. We got 2 people in the Patreon. Yeah, facts. You asked him a question, he gave you an answer. Either you accept or you decline. Simple as that. Yeah, that is true. I declined. Yeah, I declined. Okay, so what I was gonna say was, yeah, if you guys want to join the Patreon, please do. Links below for that, as well as the Discord. So a lot of people send stuff or talk in the Discord. It's basically Spurs conversation, Spurs chat, whatnot. So you can join the Discord, and that's really great if you join the Discord, because when we're gonna be doing the draft, and I'm hosting a little party for the draft, it'll be really cool if I have people come in, to the conversation, so you can join in the conversation, come in, or whatever, and you can join in and actually chat when you're in the Discord, because I'm just gonna have it wide open for anybody to come in and talk if they want to talk. So yeah, join the Discord. That will be pretty great. Is there anything special? What day is it? We just talked about it. I know it's the 29th. What day is the 29th? It's on a Thursday. I'll be home. I'm trying to think. Do I have to work on that Friday? I might have to work on that Friday. I don't know. If I don't, we're going to party. If I don't have to work on that Friday, we're going to party. I'm going to have Smirnoffs and everything. Wine. We're going to have a little party here, okay? All right. I'm delaying the inevitable. I have way too much fun when I'm on here. I have to go, though. Hope we can get Kai. Everyone keep mentioning Kai, bro. What? I saw Kai like 50 times tonight. God, he's lanky. 6'11". God, he's lanky. What he's projected as, you guys know? We're gonna do a draft. Maybe I'll do some discussions on like I'll be honest with you guys. I don't watch a lot of college, but I'll try my best. I'll look into it and see. Just like I did the rebuild video, I'll do another video thinking about who we should get and stuff like that. Hey, it finally popped up. 2 patrons. There we go. And we have 1 vote. Who's this? Need more people to join the one fandom. Wait a minute. Is this Impeccable or is this somebody? I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. But he is a patron. Can I can I send this person a message? Who's Josh? Who are you, Josh? Thanks for being a patron, bro. If that's Impeccable, thank you. If it's somebody else, thank you too. All right, guys, I'm about to get off. 20 projected. Okay, then we'll definitely be able to get them if we wanted them. All right. I'm gonna head off. Thanks for the love, guys. I'll get with you later. Till next time, deuces. I'll leave the chat up just for a little bit so you guys can talk. It's me. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Impeccable. But yeah, I'll leave this chat up for a little bit so you guys can talk. Yeah, I'm gonna have the ending thing on here, but I'll leave it up for a minute. Actually, I'll have it up while I make this thumbnail. So, but yeah, I'll get with you guys later. Deuces, people. Thanks for the love. Okay, I'm gone for real this time. Bye.